begin your practice kneeling at the back of your mat. Take a seat on your heels and rest your hands into your lap, gently shutting down the eyes. And going through your ritual of getting settled, upright, open and receptive. And we'll start together, breathing together. Take a deep inhale, fill your belly, your ribs, your chest. And an open mouth exhale, sigh, let it go. Another one just like that, full breath in. Cleansing breath out. Seal your lips now, circle and cycle your breath in and out through your nostrils. Full and deep. 3 more cycles of breath. And blinking the eyes open. Rise now, come to stand on your shins. Bring your hands to prayer at the center of your chest, and on an exhale, deliberately compact your hips and abdominals in toward your midline, and then start to hinge back in a long line, pushing down through your toes so they can act to break your shape. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Come on back up. Link the thumbs now, space the fingers, reach your arms overhead. Grow long through your side waist. Stay tall through your low back. And on your exhale, take the hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, open your chest, very slowly lower, send your buttocks back, bow your head forward and let your arms float away from your back. Take a deep breath in and a complete breath out. Moving through that same sequence twice more now. On your inhale, raise your buttocks, stand on your shins, hands to prayer. Exhale, lean back and hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, coming back, link the thumbs, reach and lengthen for 3, 2, 1. Hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, folding on your exhale, buttocks to heels. And once more now, inhale, high kneeling position. Exhale, tip back. Inhale, center. Link the thumbs, arms overhead, grow long. Exhale, slow. Take your shoulder stretch. Bowing in. Breathing in. And breathing out. On your inhale now, release your hands, stand tall on your shins, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the floor, make your way into tabletop. 3 rounds now, through cat and cow. Inhale to arch your spine, soften the belly, look up. Exhale and round your spine, push the floor away. Twice more. Return to neutral spine and extend your right foot back. Land on your toes and stretch out through your calf for a breath or 2, rocking your weight forward and back. Then find your center. Raise your right leg, level your hips, and then bend your right knee and flex your right foot. So your thigh comes parallel with the floor. Holding this shape, very slowly pulse your thigh up in space. Keeping a right angle at your knee so you can feel your glutes and your hamstrings fire. And keeping that bend in your right knee, point your right toes, circle, rinse, and release your hip. And circle back opposite direction. Come back to center, extend your right leg straight back so it's hovering, and balance here. Take the left arm forward. And we'll go 3 times, elbow to knee, breathe in. Exhale, curl in on your exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl in, round the spine. Breathe in, extend. Exhale, curl in. Breathe in, extend, hold here. Your left arm forward, your right leg back, or option to reach back and catch left hand for the instep of your right foot. If you have a hold, let the shape of your body bow. Kick your foot into your hand. And then release and extend. Go one more time, elbow to knee, curl in, reach away, and return all fours. One round, cat and cow, to rinse out. And moving over to the other side, extend your left foot back, take it to the floor, and just a breath or two, rocking your weight forward and back. Come back to center, raise your left leg, bend your left knee and flex your left foot, and go slow and small pulse. Then point your right toes, circle your hip, any direction there. Circle back. Make your way back to center, extend your left leg straight back and move toward your balance, right arm forward. 3 times, elbow to knee, breathe in, breathe out, curl in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Once more, breathe in and curl. Next breath in, stay in your extended shape, or take a bind, right hand for your left foot. Think cat back through your shape, pushing in and down with everything you've got in contact with the mat. Release and extend. One more time, elbow to knee, curl in, reach away, and return to all fours. Inhale to arch the spine. Exhale, this time round the spine, make your way back into a child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Take another cycle of breath. Making your way into your first downward dog now. Weight your hands evenly, spread the fingers, and take a breath or two to pedal and stretch into your optimal shape. We're going to take those elements into our flow now, moving from our center, working on feeling more mobile through the hips, the spine and the shoulders, rinsing, repeating and adding on. On your inhale, raise your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, one time, core lunge in the air, knee in toward your nose. Inhale, extend, down dog splits. Exhale, step the right foot forward, coming into low lunge. Left knee softly down and keep the left toes tucked. Link your thumbs here, raise your arms. Let your arms frame your ears and pause. Stabilize your shape, pressing your left sitting bone forward. And try and reduce any ducktailing through your low back there, so your front ribs draw in. Keep the spine nice and tall. On your exhale, keep your arms framing your ears. Transition into arrowhead. Raise the left knee, hinge forward. Keep the power of your left quad strong, your breath full. Then twist, release the left hand to the floor. Take your right hand to your right hip and draw your right hip back. Then raise the right arm up toward the ceiling. Or you can explore reaching the right arm overhead. Try keep hugging your right hip back as you reach, lengthening into your side waist. Take one more breath. And exhale, release. Right hand to the floor and step back to plank. Will flow. Lower to your belly. First round here, tent the fingers off the side edge of your mat. 3 times cobra on the fingertips. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Keeping your legs strong, a little air under the kneecaps as you flow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take your hands by your low ribs, pressing back through plank, and then hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Another cycle of breath there. On your inhale, raise your left leg up and back. On your exhale, core lunge in the air. Inhale, down dog splits. Exhale, stepping up, low lunge. And your right toes stay touched. Link your thumbs, raise your arms. Pause for a few breaths. Try and keep the verticality of your spine and that co-contraction through your right buttocks and the top of your right thigh, the front of your right thigh. On your exhale here, come into arrowhead, your right knee lifts, tip forward and your arms reach forwards, elbows straighten, fingers spread. And then twist, right hand to the floor, left hand to your left hip crease and nudge it back and in. Twist there, left hand high or left arm overhead. Keep contracting your left hip back as you reach. Breathe in. And breathe out, hand to the ground, step back, vinyasa, plank to chaturanga. Your choice, upward facing or cobra, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Settle in, 3 deep breaths. On your next breath in, gaze forward. End of your exhale, travel lightly to the top of your mat. We'll take an easy forward fold. Set your feet up, hips width apart, and hold on to the elbow points with your fingers. And then gently pull down, start to walk the ribs down your thighs and drop the skull. Breathe in and breathe out. Release your hands to the floor, hang in ragdoll. And on a long, slow breath in, rise up to stand. Sweep the arms overhead. And hands to prayer at your heart center. 1 round, Surya Namaskar A. Breathe your arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale and forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, step to plank. Lower chaturanga, dandasana. Upward facing dog. Lift from the back of your lungs. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll keep flowing. Raise your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, go knee to nose and this time step up, high lunge. Arms overhead, feet staggered, and we'll flow now. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your arms, bend and lower your left knee to a hover. Twice more. Inhale, arms float high. Straighten the left leg, and then exhale, arms flow down, bend your rear leg. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, lower and hover. Breathe your arms overhead. This time hook your thumbs, spread the fingers. Exhale, arrowhead, take the arms forward. Moving into your twist, land the left hand, right hand finds your right hip. Draw it back and then twist, right arm up or overhead. And release, eyes down, right hand to the floor and flow. Coming through high to low push-up. Back bend of your choice. And downward facing dog. Stay with that nice, unhurried, peaceful breath. Raise your left leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, knee to nose and step up, high lunge. Arms overhead, get steady, scissor your feet toward one another so you find that stability. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your arms, bend and lower your right knee. Inhale, arms high, right leg straight. Exhale, arms flow down, bend your right knee. Once more, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe your arms overhead, hook your thumbs. Exhale, take it forward, arrowhead. Keep the arms active, your eyes steady. Moving into your twist, left hand, left hip, right hand to the floor and twist. Left arm reaches. One more smooth breath in. Exhale and release. Vinyasa or take rest. We'll all meet up in downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more full cycle of breath and then we'll flow through 2 continuous rounds, Surya Namaskar A. Keep our energy flowing, eyes forward on your inhale. Exhale, travel lightly to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise tall. And on your exhale here, we're going to forward fold over the legs. Breathe in, lift and open. Exhale, Vinyasa. High to low. Upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. One full breath in and out. End of your exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Open and fold with your breath. Come to stand, arms reach. Wait for your out breath, then forward fold over your legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step, plank, Chaturanga. Upward facing or cobra, your choice. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Cleansing breath out. Rest coming up, eyes forward on your inhale. End of your exhale, stepping up, top of your mat, separating your feet, hips width apart. We'll take gorilla arms, resting the palms of your hands under the soles of your feet. Deep bend in the knees there. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, elbows wide, fold in toward your legs. So use your toes around the base of your wrist creases to find that wrist release. Take 2 more cycles of breath. And stepping off your hands now, keep the feet spaced. On your next in-breath, come into chair pose, motion your hips down, back, and we'll add to our flow. Press your palms, take your hands to your heart center. Find your midline, lean your weight into your right foot, and then lift, bend, and flex your left foot, just as we did at the start of the class. Stay low in your standing leg. Breathe in here, extend your left leg long. On your exhale, bend like a hamstring curl. Twice more, extend, and then re-bend. Breathe in, breathe out, and then we're coming into a high lunge. Get a little lower in the standing leg and then step back. Land your left toes. On your inhale, arms rise. Exhale one time here, arms float down, bend your left knee. Inhale, reach the arms high this time. Warrior two on your exhale. Find your feet, press into your feet. Inhale, 5-point star, arms reach up, two straight legs. On your exhale, warrior two. Twice more. Inhale, arms reach up, biceps by the ears. On your exhale, push the air down with your hands, warrior two. Last one, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale here, reverse triangle, reach your right arm up and back, straighten your right leg. And on your exhale, flow, hands to mat, and stepping back, high to low push up. Moving through your back bend, your choice, and downward facing dog. Breathe smooth and deep. And second side, looking forward, end of your exhale, step up, feet spaced, open and fold with your breath. Chair pose on your in-breath. Stay for your out-breath, bring your hands to your heart center. Left foot's your foundation now, raise and bend your right leg behind you. Just find your steadiness. On your in-breath, extend your right leg. On your out-breath, curl your hamstring. Again, inhale long. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale and curl. Then transition to your high lunge. Try and land as softly as you can. Arms go high. Exhale, lower your arms, bend your right knee. Breathe in, high lunge. Warrior two on your exhale. 3 times to straighten, arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two, lunge a little deeper. Flow with your breath, arms reach up, 2 straight legs. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feet nice and steady now, reverse triangle. On your inhale, left arm reaches up. Straighten both the legs. And then hands to your mat. And flow or take rest. We'll all meet up in downward facing dog. 3 deep breath, recenter. Let your eyes fall steady. Just relax the bottom of your jaw. Got our final standing flow now. We'll add on just a little. Breathing in, eyes forward. End of your exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Space the feet. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Your next in-breath, chair pose, Utkatasana. Pray hands to your heart. And balance on your right foot. Lift, bend, and flex your left foot. 1 time now, inhale, extend the leg away. Exhale, bend. Same arm, same leg, dancer's variation. Reach back, left hand for your left foot, or just reach back with that intention. Just find your balance. Try and keep your right standing leg in chair, and we'll hold for just 2 more breaths. And then into our flow, release, step back, high lunge. Arms go high. Exhale 1 time, bend your left knee, arms float down. Inhale, high lunge. Warrior 2 on your exhale. Inhale, 5-point star, 2 straight legs, arms reach. Exhale, warrior 2. Stay here. Breathe in. On your exhale now, half moon. Ardha Chandrasana, right fingertips to the floor. Float the left leg. And stabilize your right sitting bone in as you extend the edge of your left heel. Take 2 more breaths. Runner's lunge is your release. Left foot to the back of your mat, fingertips to the floor. Take a breath and flow with me, or take rest, stepping back through downward facing dog. Final side. Stay with me. At the end of your exhale, make your way top of the mat. Feet hips width apart on your inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to your heart. Balance on your left foot. Lift, bend and flex your right foot. 1 time now. Inhale, extend. Exhale and bend. Same arm, same leg, dancer's variation. Right hand connects to your right foot, or reach back in that direction. Hold for 3 more breaths. Releasing, stepping softly into your high lunge. Reach the arms. Exhale, bend your right knee, float the arms down. Just flow now. Inhale, reach the arms. Warrior 2 on your exhale. Steady in the feet. Inhale, 5-point star, 2 straight legs. Exhale, push the air down. Warrior 2. Stay here. Breathe in. On your exhale, half moon pose. Left fingertips to the floor. Right leg lifts. Left outer hip hugs in. Lifted leg really strong and straight. 2 more breaths. And then land gracefully into your runner's lunge. Take a breather, breathe in. On your exhale, final flow, your vinyasa. And we're all going to meet up in a child's pose. Well done. Just take your arms by your sides. If you've got a sigh, let it go. And from here, take the next few breaths to return to downward facing dog. We'll transition into figure 4, downward facing dog on your right. So just taking your right ankle to your left knee, flexing your toes and bending your left knee so there's a ledge for it. Try and lift your right seat high into the air as you press into your hands. Bring your chest back toward your leg. And then take this shape forward into a pigeon pose, placing your right knee to the back of your right hand. And then popping up onto the fingertips. Nudge your left leg back and lower your right buttocks toward the floor. You can stay elevated here on your hands, your forearms, or start to walk yourself forward. And take 5 to 8 long breaths. Just slowly walking the hands back. We'll transition into resting half frog pose. Pressing down into the hands, lift your torso, pick up your right knee and take it out to your right, placing your right knee in line with your hip. So now your inner thigh points toward the floor, 90-degree angle at your hip, 90 degrees at the knee and at the foot. Again, you can come onto your forearms, you can stay elevated or walking your arms forward once more. 5 to 8 breaths, allowing your chest, your belly, and now your inner thigh to settle and soften toward the floor. And then walking your hands back in. And we're going to transition into a recline twist on our back. So go ahead, tent your right fingertips, thread the left arm under your right, keep going until you come onto your back for a supine twist. 5 to 8 breath here. You can rest and usher your right knee toward the floor with your left hand. Try and slip the shoulder blades down your spine so both shoulders can settle just in your comfortable range of motion. And unwind, reverse your way back onto your belly. Make your way into Sphinx pose, elbows just a little forward of your shoulders, forearms shoulder width apart. Stretch back through all 10 toes and gently arch your spine through the window of your arms. Take 3 full breaths. Release down, hands by your low ribs, pressing back into a child's pose to transition, buttocks to the heels, and then return to your downward facing dog. Left side figure 4 now, your left ankle to your right knee might help to just shorten your stance a little. Definitely bend your right knee so you create a shelf. Then press evenly into your hands to draw your chest back toward your thighs. You get that lovely outer hip stretch. And then on your next breath out, just shift forward into your pigeon pose. Deliver your left knee to the back of your left hand. Then lower and relax your weight into your outer left hip. Just pause and linger in the most comfortable restorative shape you can find in your body. If your hips feel a little out of balance, try and roll the right hip toward the floor to see how that feels. If you get more sensation through the outer left hip. Linger here for a few more breaths. And then walking your hands back, standing into your hands so you're able to lift and reposition your left knee into resting half frog. To your left now. Flex your left toes. Find that right angle through the knee and the leg. And then just lower back down toward the floor. And as you rest here, let your belly relax. Your inner groin, inner thigh to settle closer toward the floor. And walking your hands back in, tense your left fingertips. Thread your right arm under your left and making your way into a reclined twist, rolling onto your back. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep your breath steady, your attention focused. As you feel yourself breathe out, reverse your way back. Come back onto your belly. And press back into a child's pose. And hopefully you're feeling calmer and your hips a little bit more open. From here, just allow your hips to spill out to one side and bring the legs around in front of you. And if you have access to 2 blocks or 2 big books, grabbing them now. I'm going to walk you through a progression toward elephant's trunk pose, which is a great core upper body strengthener. Feel free to pause and linger in any of the shapes along the way if you feel like you reached your edge. I'm going to start by extending both legs out straight into Dandasana, staff pose. And if you have your blocks, just placing them either side of your hips, quite close in there. You're going to keep the left leg extended, bend your right knee, rotate your hip open just as we did in figure 4. Place your right knee just above your left knee in that figure 4 shape. And notice how your right hip responds. So if you feel like your hip's quite tight despite the opening that we've gone throughout the class, you're welcome to stay here and explore folding forward, even walking the hands forward. If you feel like you've got more room to move in your hip, you can raise and cradle your right leg into your arms. So you can do that in a forklift shape, arms under your leg, elbows bent, or you can cradle your right leg into your hands. I'm going to take a few breaths here. Try and sit tall, particularly through your lower back. See if you can bring the front of your shoulder heads back so you upright your spine. Perhaps rocking left and right, staying connected to the feedback from your hip, your back and your shoulders so you stay comfortable, easeful in your body. And the next step here is to take your right leg and place it over your upper right arm toward your shoulder. It does require quite a lot of hip flexibility and mobility. So you're going to try and hug your right leg and your arm together so they stay glued. Then take your right hand to the floor or on a block and your fingers point forward. Then set the left hand down on the floor or a block outside your left hip and keep the fingertips on an equal plane there. Once you're steady, you're going to lean back, raise the left leg, and then on an exhale, tip forward, slight round to your spine, raise your buttocks if you can, point your toes, and you'll come into elephant trunk pose. And then release. If you haven't already, just take a breather, give your wrists a little shake, and then we'll move over to the other side. Here your right leg extends, and then take your version of figure 4, forklift, or cradle your left leg. Take a few breaths to linger in that shape. When you feel ready to progress, you can work toward taking the left leg over the top of your left arm toward your shoulder. And you've really got to point your toe and hug the leg to your arm, then place your hands. Spread your fingers, and you're trying to drop your weight into all the knuckles of your fingers rather than your wrist there. Then lean back, raise your right leg, point the toes so the leg's active. And on your exhale, deliberately contract the abs, lean forward to lift. Even if it's just for a few seconds, get some air. And then release, let it go. From here, we're going to grab additional layers or any props that you'd like to accompany you as you recline down onto your back. You're going to set up for a bridge flow, taking your feet to the floor, your knees bent, and your arms alongside your body. We're just going to flow slow. We'll move through this sequence 3 rounds. On your inhale, raise your arms overhead. On your exhale, bring your arms forward to the floor, raise the hips into a low bridge. On your inhale, arms overhead, lower your buttocks. On your exhale, gather the knees in toward your chest. Another round just like that. Inhale, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, arms forward to the floor, lift the buttocks. Inhale, arms go overhead, lower your buttocks. Exhale, hug the knees in toward your chest. Final round, we'll hold in our bridge, place your feet down, breathing in, arms overhead. Breathing out, arms forward to raise the hips. Just pause here. Bring your awareness into your feet, so you've just got nice even placement through all 4 corners of your feet. And try and get the feeling you're dragging your heels back toward your shoulders, so your glutes and your hamstrings can support you and allow your spine to gently drape. Take a full breath in and exhale, slow release. Tuck the knees in, give yourself a little rock, side to side. From here, we're going to transition upside down. If you prefer a gentler version of an inversion, you might like to take yourself to a wall space, take the legs up the wall. In Viparita Karani. Alternatively, if you've got a blanket handy, you can slip it under your buttocks, raise your legs toward the ceiling. If you're comfortable, familiar with shoulder stand, we'll flow through this sequence now. You're going to take your arms alongside your body, and before you sweep your legs out over your head, just align your spine and find symmetry across the back of your shoulders. Then on your exhale, legs out overhead, coming into plow pose. And try not to rush this stage. Give yourself 5 breaths. It's really an opportunity to position yourself optimally so you have more comfort and ease when you come up into your shoulder stand. You want to make sure that you've still got a little hollow or trough through the back of your neck. That your shoulders feel comfortable. You also get that opportunity to lengthen through the whole back seam of your body, like a forward fold in reverse. Then take your hands to the small of your back. And then when you're ready, lifting the legs toward the ceiling into shoulder stand. I'm going to pause here for about 10 breaths. And just aim to usher the back of your rib cage toward the front of your chest with your hands. And then press through the backs of your upper arms, the tops of your shoulders. So you're pressing down to lift the upper spine away from the floor. Energizing through the inner seams of your legs to the edge of your toes. And then just really slowly release, feet out overhead, returning to your plow pose. Stay for a few breaths. Your hands can interlace behind you if that's available, or fingertips can catch the side edges of your mat. This gives you something to hold onto. If your feet are comfortably on the floor, they're not always, but if they are, you can point your toes and stretch them away, lengthening through the front of your feet. And then just very carefully, rolling off the shoulders, roll your way down. Knees bend in toward your face and then land softly on your feet. Knees bent. Slip the hands under the buttocks and we'll transition into fish pose, Matsyasana. Extending your legs, and then either choose point the toes or flex the feet so the legs stay engaged. And then pressing down to lift and arch through your spine. Come to rest lightly on the crown of your head, sending the gaze back. Direct your breath toward your chest, your throat. Explore opening and closing the mouth, releasing the jaw. And then just slowly release, chin to chest, lower down. Once more, gather the knees in toward your chest. And let your energy settle. And then slip the hands behind the back of your knees. And then take a few rock and rolls, make your way all the way back up to sit. And into a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Prop yourself on the edge of a blanket, a bolster or a block there. Make sure you're warm. And then resting your left palm face up on your left knee, touch the index and thumb, extending all the other fingers out straight. And then taking your right hand toward your face, index, middle finger between the eyebrows, thumb to your right nostril, ring and little finger to your left nostril. I'm going to close our practice with some Nadi Shodhana, alternative nostril breathing, and then Savasana. So just getting settled, upright, shoulders relaxed. Synchronizing our breath together, breathe in through both nostrils. Exhale. Close the right nostril, breathe in left side. Close the left, breathe out right side. Breathe in right side. Breathe out left side. That completes one round. We'll do 6. Breathe in left. Breathe out right. Breathe in right side. Breathe out left. Keep going at your own pace. Feel the touch of your breath through your nostrils, the subtle flow of air. Keep the fingertips nice and light. You're just guiding the air. And as you finish your 6th cycle, just release your hands to your knees, keeping the eyes closed, breathing evenly through both nostrils now, just feeling the nurturing effects of this pranayama. I'm going to take the final few minutes here to recline and stretch out into Savasana. Taking your heels wide, placing your arms alongside your body, the backs of your hands to the floor. Shuffle out any final restlessness from your body so you can settle in to a place of stillness. Letting the space between your eyebrows soften and spread. The corners of your eyes to relax. The bridge of your nose. Unhinge your jaw. Let your tongue rest away from the roof of your mouth. Relax all the way down to the base of your tongue. And feel that gentle feeling move into the neck and out to the shoulders, dissolving all your effort through the shoulders now. Feel that relaxation travel down your arms. Feel the elbows, the forearms, and your palms relax. Feel your soft, gentle breath in your belly. Inviting your low back to relax and soften into the support beneath you. Just picture the larger muscles in your legs releasing, melting. And trace your awareness down the legs. Feel the heaviness of your heels. Follow your awareness all the way out to the edge of your toes. Maintaining that whole body awareness. Rest and let go. And I'll be back to guide you back. And gently, softly breathe a deeper breath. Bring some movement to your body, anything that feels good. Bending the knees, feet to the floor. And rest to your right side. Take a moment there, one last rest. You can let your eyes open, take in the light of your room. And just slowly drag your way back up to sit. Thank you so much for joining me from your part of the world today. So grateful for your company, your support. Namaste.